I'm Malin Akerman, and this is Zack Snyder. We are here doing Artist on Artist, and we're here to talk about Watchmen.
Awesome. You didn't know about the graphic novel when I first...
You know what? I had no idea. I always thought of comic books like Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Pow, wham, bam.
This is emotional pow, wham, bam.
Yeah, it really is. So I'm hooked now. I mean,
you know, because I experienced it, you know, around in '88 when it was first novelized, and I remember thinking at the time that, you know, I would make anything. I wanted to make anything into a movie. Like, I was like, I'll make this like bubblegum wrapper into a movie.
I'd like to see that.
I read Watchmen and I just was, I closed it and I was like, do.
So that was already in '88.
But I wasn't. But no, I wasn't like. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can make that into a movie. That was a little,
wow.
Yeah, that was a little too much. I didn't have that much ego.
Right.
You know, I got to say, I do love doing it. I really do. I mean, I love the job, and I love working with actors and. Like, look, we're pretending that we're in like an owl ship.
We're pretending we're working.
We're pretending we're fighting or shooting guns. I mean, like, what's not fun to do? Like, how can you not be enthusiastic about that? It seems pretty, I don't know. You know, the action, you know, people always see action in movies and they think, oh, you know, either they did that, you know, just in one shot and it was really easy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that the action was easy, but that that was it. They punched him and the guy fell down. Where, you know.
Is that not how it works?
We know, well, yeah. You know, and I think that you know, the difference is the amount of training actually that, you know, that you did an amazing job with the training and working with Damon and those guys. And
the first week I wasn't too excited when I started training with the ex-Navy SEAL Logan. Ooh, he kicked my butt. I mean, that was, I've never trained so hard. That was real boot camp. But Damon Caro wanted us, you know, the stunt coordinator wanted us to do all of our own stunts because it was, you know, you get really into it and it kind of helps you get into character, and also you don't have to learn your lines the night before. You just can go in and kick ass. You get a night off.
In the scene, Night Owl and Silk Spectre are going to this prison to free Rorschach, who's been set up and incarcerated, and they feel like for the first time that they've kind of started to think about their group as a fraternity, or as they owe each other some debt of protection.
Right.
And so these two like arrive at this prison, which we built in this wasn't really cool, it was cold.
It was freezing.
Freezing cold warehouse. So those guys arrive at this prison that we built in the warehouse, and they get down onto the bottom floor, and there's like a whole group of prisoners on the other.
15 to 20.
Yeah, 15 to 20 on the other end, and then they come to attack them.
And that was pretty surreal. I mean, just going through and knocking people over, and I mean, it was real. It was I was pretending to be cool. It's not cool to fight.
On the other hand, you were in a prison, and I think it's a pretty good bet that those prisoners
are not going to work it out.
Not to, yeah, they're not like running to discuss it with you. Excuse me, we have a conflict.
That's why we worked it out with a punch to the face.
Yeah, exactly. One of the characters in the movie, who played by Billy Crudup, who's not here with us today, he plays a character called Dr. Manhattan, who is the only character in the Watchmen universe who has superpowers. Malin had to do a bunch of scenes, or majority of her scenes, with Billy.
Who, by the way, is supposed to be this superhuman, you know, tall, blue, naked man. And there you have Billy in white pajamas.
With lights all over him.
Like a human Christmas tree. And you remember the first week? I mean, I think pretty much everyone, you know, laughed right in his face. And Billy was just kind of like, yeah, well, you know, get it out now. I'm just your human light source. Yeah. And he was such a good sport about it. And also, you know, once action was called, he's such a good actor. You just get right into it, and you get enthralled in it, and you kind of forget about the dots.
He's unflappable, too. Like,
I don't think he would have budged. He's so good.
Yeah, I feel like the book does send up pop culture in a lot of cool ways, whether it's cinematic reference or musical pop culture references, or even just pop art. You know, all those things had to be part of sort of the Watchmen world. And
there are those little quotes in each chapter that kind of gives you the feeling or the mood of maybe a song that.
Yeah, a lot of those are straight into the, like, All Along the Watchtower. You know, Unforgettable, of course, I think is pretty ironic and fun.
It is so great. I mean, the soundtrack is phenomenal. It's so amazing to see how your little mind works.
Yes, my little mind.
Put it together.
Very small. I'm working on an animated movie right now called Guardians of Gaul for kids.
No sex and violence in this one?
None. A little bit of violence, but it's all cartoony.
Okay.
You know.
And I actually just finished a film called Couples Retreat, which should be coming out in the fall. It's a real sort of change from Watchmen. It's a really fun ensemble cast piece, I hope.
That sounds good.
Thanks, MySpace, for watching Artist on Artist with me and Zach, and we hope you enjoyed, and we hope you go watch Watchmen.